Hello and welcome to another one of my videos. I'm not going to be doing the can I make 20% profit video today. I'm just going to be going through some coins that I got over separate orders and just talk about what I bought. I think there's some very interesting things. It's been an incredibly busy time for me. I've decided I'm doing one more auction in December and that'll be me done, because I want to take a few weeks off, to be completely frank with you. I've been on a massive hot streak and I just don't really want to work every week, so I'm not going to. Now these coins here are German Deutschmarks. These are all silver. Now I actually bought these just as under spot. It was a lot that was in an auctioneer that I went to visit several months back, and they just said there's silver and then there's other coins. And I was thinking, well, if they're all Deutschmarks, then surely the other coins are Deutschmarks. You know, but the non-silver variety. That was my hunch. And it turns out that, yeah, these were all Deutschmarks. I won't go through them. However, this is the piece of the puzzle that I didn't know when I bought this. I wasn't sure you could still swap those out, the commemorative Deutschmarks. I know you can swap the normal ones out. I think you can swap them out indefinitely. So I spoke to my German contact and he went, yeah, you can still swap them. So I've ended up making about £300 just on this lot alone. There's €220 just in the swap out coins. I probably should have shown you some of the coins as went through up. Sorry, I'll quickly speed do it, you know. But it's one of those things where I kind of got away with it because I bought these under spot, and I definitely brought the bacon home because of the other coins. Great win for me. I wish it was always that easy. It's not. I will go through some other bits, but you get the hint on these. Now I'm going to show you. But by the way, these are a Spot Plus post coin. I have sold them for more in the past, but with silver being so high, I wouldn't even sell them below spot because I feel it's doing it a disservice because people do genuinely collect these. Right, let's put that out the way. I actually did a few other auction lots. A few other auction lots came in, but I won't be going through them. I've already sorted through them. I just wasn't in the mood to sort them, so that's fine. I bought this lot. It come with, for some reason, this only has 3 of the 4 coins. However, these coins are worth about 13 quid each. The Brexit 50p, this is worth about 50 quid. Although there is tarnishing, shock horror, always tarnishing on these coins. I don't know why the mint bothers. It's always the case. 2020 blows my mind. Pre-COVID. Feels like a lifetime ago, really, doesn't it? And then there was 2 silver £2 coins. So this lot, let's have a quick look. I can run you through what I paid. I need to find it though. So my one lots. Paid 80 plus hammer for 105, 1010 maybe. So I reckon 39 for the pound coins, 50 for the EU coin. Let's call that 90. I think these are worth probably 30 each. Yeah, 160. I'll have to take postage out, but I think it's worth about 150. Yeah, about 150. There was another thing that came on it. I'll quickly show you. I haven't put any value on this. It's just a Diamond Jubilee token medallion aimed at kids, really. They've even got a choking hazard on it, so I've not seen that on a coin. But yeah, there's no, I don't put any value on that. So there was that. Unfortunately, there was a lot that I bought as silver, and it turns out it's Cooper nickel. So I'll just show you this side. These were earmarked as Royal Wedding silver crowns from Bermuda. They're actually Cooper nickel silver crowns, so they'll be going back. Unfortunately for me, I paid 30 plus hammer for these, so I would have been up about £100 on this lot, give or take, and it just hasn't worked that way. That's okay, you know, as long as they take it back. There was 2 of these. I paid about 45 for the pair. So annoyingly, I got a Venezuelan one, a Peruvian one the other day. It's fake. So I tried to sell it, and another, I wouldn't call him a dealer. He's kind of a dealer, but he's not. He floats around, another dealer. I think it just helps him out. And then a dealer with a lot of experience just went, yeah, it's fake. And I just went, you know, I did test it, but then I didn't have anything similar to test it with. So I did the normal tests. There you go. It's too thick. Yeah, I wasn't happy, but at least it didn't get sold. So this one will go in my cabinet of curiosities. So every time something comes in that's a bit off, I tend to put it to one side so I can use it as a reference point moving forward. Unfortunately, you can't keep stock of absolutely everything because you've got to wait for it to come in. So yeah, not happy about that. But yeah, 2 of these are coming. The reason you know that the other one's too thick is because they're meant to be the same dimensions. These are probably worth about 40 quid a coin, believe it or not. So there's a decent amount of that. So I've got those in. I finally got my hands on some sovereigns, but when I say some sovereigns, I mean I'm really scraping the barrel on this. 2 halves and a full. One of the halves has already been accounted for. The other 2 will be for sale. And even then, there's no money in what I pay. Like if I make 20 quid on those 3 coins. When I say no money, people are going to think I sound a bit obnoxious maybe. But when you look at the outlay of it these days, it's insane that the margins are just, they're nothing on them. Now this one will come in a bit better. This is an alternate mint half sovereign. I actually got this for quite a bit under spot, so I'll just sell that at spot plus post. I bought this for, you know what, just for my own entertainment, to be honest. I saw it come up, and the auctioneer, he said something, it really made me chuckle. He started at the bidding at 100, and then he was like, we might as well do 100 because it's going to get there anyway. I was thinking, you arrogant young man. And then I thought, maybe that's just sales patter. But at the time, it just made me chuckle. I got it for 65. So, well, 65 plus hammer. I think that's worth every penny and some, to be honest. They don't make coins like this. It doesn't sell. I'm fine with that. For me to lose that amount of money and just put it to one side, it's not the end of the world these days. And I'm actually really starting to like this era. I don't know much about it, but I like the feel of it. Do I know its value? Not really. I'll learn over time. That's not a problem. And last but not least, from this auctioneer, I bought some banknotes in. I paid, I think it was 80 plus hammer, 90 plus hammer. But when I went through the banknotes, so I'm not going to go through all of them, there was lots of the shillings. Oh, Biafra. I'm not sure who that is. Ukraine, maybe? I always get confused with the different alphabet. I saw two of these. I was definitely interested in these. These are worth decent money. German notes, they're probably worth 10, 20 quid. This, I don't even know what it is. Stock receipt, that was a lot of money back then. £6.50. 1883. Nope, 1833. Misread that. I'm pretty sure that says Sir. But yeah, a hell of a lot of money back then. And then there was this little stamp note. But this is not why I bought it. You know, for me to pay 80, 90 quid for it, you're probably thinking, why have you spent that amount of money on not a lot of notes, you know, or not a lot of value within the notes? And you would be correct. However, there was something else in there, and I'm going to take them out of the binder. So the historic silver banknote collection. I'm just going to show you one. These are meant to be 5 grams. I have weighed them. They're all over 5 grams, but there will be other stuff in it. So these are probably worth 20, 25 quid a note. I've sold silver banknotes in the past. I was one of the first people to sell them on the groups a long time ago. I did very well with them. I was importing them from Malaysia, for a guy in Malaysia who was getting them from a source in China. Did very well. I wish I bought more of the panda ones though. So yeah, there's 11 of these at 20 quid a pop, right? I reckon there's about £300 overall. And I don't think these will be a hard sell either. I think they're quirky enough that someone would buy them. I think they're cool enough that someone would buy them. It's not something you see every day. Now I've got one more auction lot to show you, or two more auction lots, but from a different auctioneer. This one I probably should have shown first, but hey ho. So let's move this out of the way. It's two sovereigns from an auctioneer on the train line to me. You're in for a treat here, that's for sure. This is an 1838. It's not in the best condition, you know, it's fine. I paid 16.25 for this. This is worth a bare minimum of £2,000. I'll probably send it for grading myself. And the next coin, this is an 1872. I got high hopes for this. When I got it in, when I saw the pictures, I thought it'd be as good as my 64. I don't think it's anywhere near my 64, to be honest. But I do think it's got a good chance of being MS. Which means that I'd probably take a downgrade in my penciled in margin. That's okay. But this one's going for grading. Let's try and get... It does look fantastic in hand, but looking at 3 times magnification, it is nowhere near what I have. I'm not disappointed though. I actually penciled this in for £1,500 when I bought it, but it's going to be nowhere near that unless it grades. I don't think it will get the grade, but that's okay. The thing is, it's a nice example. You're not seeing many nice examples these days. I'm more than happy to get my hands on this. Anyway, that's the lot for today. I think I've shown you some nice variety. There's been some good points, some bad points. you know, but overall I hope you've enjoyed what you've seen, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.